In today's episode, we're going to finish off the Looking Glass Knight. Tidus was overconfident in the previous episode, couldn't take him down. Then we're heading over to the Shrine of Amana. We're going to show you the secret to taking out these dangerous enemies and increasing your survivability. The secret is using the right equipment. Then we're going to show you where to find the Helix Halberd and how to pick it up. Hi folks, welcome to Tidus episode 51. We are at Central Drangleic Castle Bonfire, and we're making our way over to Looking Glass Knight. We're going to take out the stone knights on the way. Hopefully they're going to drop us a Titanite slab. Wrong stone knight, there we go. Got the stone twin blade. We're gonna grab Benhart of Hugo and have him help us take out the boss. We want to complete his quest line. We'll get his armor and his sword once we do so. Benhart needs to survive. Oh no, he flattened me in his jumping attack. We need to get our souls. Where'd our souls go? I'm all turned around. Boom. Took another hit from the Looking Glass Knight. And another. We don't want to die here. Took another hit. Looking Glass Knight is like 4 for 4 right now. Alright, finally got our souls back. Let's heal up. Looks like Looking Glass Knight is now targeting Benhart. Blocked his thrusting attack. The shield was just barely pointed in our direction. Please be patient here. A great time to get an attack in is when he's doing his lightning attack. Do one quick attack and then dodge his very dangerous, very deadly lightning attack. Summoning in an NPC friend, and we missed with our magic thrusting attack. Let's repair our sword. Oh no, both enemies are focused on Benhart. They're still focused on Benhart. Benhart is taking a beat down. We got a backstab on the NPC enemy. Looking Glass Knight is still focused on Benhart. We need Benhart to survive. Getting closer here. We don't want our sword to bounce off the pillar. We don't want our sword to bounce off the shield, so we're going to be very careful. We're going to switch to the rapier. This is getting close here. Let's see if we can finish them all. We have 72,000 souls. We need to level up. Do not forget the chest over here on the left. This is going to come in handy in the Shrine of Amana. We got the Spell Quartz Ring +2 and the Soul Bolt. We got the +3 Spell Quartz Ring from Broom Tower just to the right of the staircase on the foyer bonfire. We're going to have to get rid of the Bracing Knuckle Ring. We're going to put the Spell Quartz Ring +3 on. Let's talk about Tidus' mandatory equipment list. In order to be more survivable in the Shrine of Amana, I absolutely love the area. It's a lot of fun. It's very beautiful. The enemies are deadly. There's a trick that you can do to survive or increase your survivability in the Shrine of Amana by using Tidus' list of mandatory equipment. The first item on the list is a thrusting weapon. A rapier or a spear, anything that does thrust damage, is going to take these enemies out very fast. All of these enemies here are weak to thrust. You put the lightning using the gold pine resin onto your weapon, it's going to do an additional 15% damage because they're all underwater. The second piece of equipment that you should use is the Spell Quartz Ring +2 or +3. We just equipped it. You also want to have the second Dragon Ring for HP, Endurance, and Equip Load. You can also use Cast Light. If you have 14 intelligence, it is mandatory to use Cast Light. It will increase your survivability so you can see where the end of the land is and you don't fall to your death.
Here.
Helpful equipment to have.
To see light.
It's recommended for the Life Ring +2. You can find that here in the Shrine of Amana. Or the +3 version, we picked it up in Broom Tower at the top of the 3rd lift. The Life Ring will stack with the 2nd Dragon Ring for a big health increase. It increases your survivability. It is very important to have high survivability, high health in this area. Having the Spell Quartz Ring helps mitigate much of the damage from the spears. Having higher health helps you survive when you do take those hits, because you will get hit by those. You just want to increase your survivability here in this area. Having a bow can help increase your survivability as well. You will use the bow to take out the Amana priestesses from range. You can also use it to lure the Archdrake Pilgrims over one at a time. You can also use it to lure over the Amana aberrations and take them out one at a time. Tidus recommends a short bow. One, because he only has 12 dex and it's the only bow he can use, but it uses very little endurance, so you can fire off a bunch of shots really quick without losing a lot of endurance and still have some leftover stamina to take out the Archdrake Pilgrims when they come to fight you. Tidus has 2 mandatory consumables that you want to take to this area. You want to take 10 to 15 gold pine resin. You can buy them for 1,500 souls apiece from the head of Vengarl. Lightning does 15% increased damage when the enemies are wet or in water, so it's going to be very helpful in this area. On top of that, you want to talk to Ornifex and pick up 10 to 15 flame butterflies. If you don't have Cast Light, you want to have the torch in your hand. Having the torch in your left hand and a thrusting weapon in your right hand is going to help you so you see where the land is and you don't fall off and die. When you roll in the water, it will put out your torch, so you can either use a flame butterfly in very important key areas. You'll also find ruins with fire on them. You can light your torch from these fire ruins in the Shrine of Amana. Let's talk about the deadly enemies in the Shrine of Amana. The first one, the most hated enemy, is the Amana Priestess. The Amana Priestess has 700 HP. She is weak to slash and thrust, so having our spear is going to help out a lot. On top of that, with the gold pine resin, it's going to be very quick. She drops 380 souls when defeated. She drops Crimson Water, Dragon Charm, Staff of Amana, Twinkling Titanite, Holy Water Urn, and Radiant Life Gems. All of these enemies are great for farming, and they're all weak to thrust. The Archdrake Pilgrim, another very difficult enemy. I love their weapon, it's a lot of fun to use. They have 760 HP, they're weak to thrust, they're resistant to magic. They drop 450 souls when defeated. They drop Archdrake Armor Set, Twinkling Titanites, Old Radiant Life Gems, the Archdrake Mace, and the Slumbering Dragon Shield. The Amana Aberrations here, they have 500 HP, they're weak to thrust, magic, and lightning. Because they're in the water, they're resistant to fire. They drop 300 souls when defeated. They also drop Human Effigies, Smooth and Silky Stone, Reg Leech Troches, Bleedstone, and Bleeding Serum. Let's also take a moment to discuss the very deadly Ogre. We fought them before. We're talking about the Ogre here in Shrine of Amana. They have 1,300 HP. They're weak to thrust and lightning because they're in the water. They're resistant to slash, strike, and because they're in the water, they're resistant to fire. They drop 2,200 souls when defeated. They also drop Common Fruit and Soul of a Brave Warrior. The item up above that we knocked into the water, we used our torch so that we don't fall off the land. We walked around the pillars in the water and got our item. You can light your torch from this right here. There is a cursed pot over here, so be careful of that. Notice our curse building up. And a chest over here to the left, or to the right of the door. We got a Crimson Water. And we're going to talk to our first MILF and Nito. They have Nito in the name. They are creations of Nito to bring peace to the death, those that are dead and or dark.
We are Milfanito.
There are 4 Milfanito, but they view themselves as one.
And dark. We will sing here forever, as we always have, from long, long ago. We know nothing of the world outside.
Talk to each of the Milfanito. They will give you items before you defeat the boss and after you defeat the boss and after you free the Milfanito in Drangleic Castle using the key.
We know nothing of the world outside.
Do not kill them.
For we will never leave here. When we sing, the little ones dance.
Their singing puts the Amana aberrations to sleep so that they're not all attacking us. Having the torch will draw their attention, so be careful when using the torch. Got a smoking silky stone. Let's keep moving.
The little ones dance. The little ones grant comfort to those who bear death and dark. This is what we were taught.
This next part, we see 3 Archdrake Pilgrims. So we're going to put gold pine resin on our rapier. We're going to take out 2 or 3 undead aberrations, or Amana aberrations that are close by, because we don't want any enemies to sneak up on us while we're taking out these very dangerous and very deadly Archdrake Pilgrims. At this point, you can use a bow and lure them over one at a time. Let them do their attacks. Let them get their hits in. They have extremely high poise when they're attacking with their weapons. So let them get their combos out and then attack. They go down very easily. They have low health. They're weak to thrust. And they're wet, so they're weak to lightning. We got an old Radiant Life Gem. Very nice. Skeptic Spice and Soul of a Lost Undead. Right here, we're going to light our torch. There's a chest over here, but you don't want to fall off the edge. There's 2 Amana aberrations. And we got a dragon charm. You want to make sure to take out the aberrations away from the chest so you don't accidentally destroy the chest. We have a bunch of Amana aberrations over here. They're all sleeping, so we're just going to take them out one at a time. We're going to pick up a Twinkling Titanite and 3 Bonfire Ascetics. Nope, 3 Smook and Silky Stone. That first part was easy. The second part up ahead, you want to be very careful how you approach this. We're going to ignore her for right now and head straight over to the bonfire. We want a spot to refill our Estus flasks, and if we get defeated in the parts up ahead, we have a bonfire that we can come back to. So we're going to go down the steps from the bonfire. This is the trick. First, we're going to put cast light on. We're going to equip our cast light. We're going to use it. And we're going to go down the steps and to the left. If you go to the right of the pillar over here. So we're going to go to the right of the pillar. There's a Amana Aberration over here. Another Amana Aberration. We're going to sneak around and take out this Amana Priestess. Then we're going to go take out her friend over here. That's right next to the bonfire. So we just took out 2 of the Amana Priestesses. Now there's 3 more over here. But 2 of them are going to be shooting at us. So we're going to take out the Amana Aberrations in the area. There's several of them. And then we're going to run straight over, take out this Amana Priestess. We're going to run and hide because we need to heal up. Thought I could heal up, did not get it in time. But we're going to hide behind this pillar, and we're going to heal up. We've got another Amana Aberration that joined us here. Right to my left is the Helix Halberd. So we need to use a Pharaoh's Lockstone. Look carefully in the water. Grab your torch if you need to. We're going to use our Pharaoh's Lockstone. And we are going to wrap this episode up here, folks. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to see you next time.